Welcome, welcome. In fact, that's how I would like to start today. I've often thought that what we do is a welcoming to a come as you are party. And so I would like you to take a little bit of time as we're getting started to welcome all of the different parts of you. What I realized is that love scoops are a great welcoming. So I'd like you to let yourself reach out and welcome in, all of the different parts of you. There may be all kinds of different impulses and different feelings going on. And I'd like you to reach out and bring in some love and welcoming around those. And just say, come on in, come on in. There's room for everybody. And using love scoops are really about when we've gone into a faint and an overwhelm. And my sense is there's so much going on right now that can tend to overwhelm us, that just going ahead and taking time to first reach out, and reaching out really wanting and accepting that love is all around you, love being able to be in the same space with something, and that you can include all of those different parts of you. So you could also scoop down and bring love up. And you can also bring love to different parts of you. Like if your head is feeling like you just got so many different things to handle, just bring in some love scoops and bring it to your head or your face. Or if you're feeling like, I just have so much going on, I can feel that in my shoulders. If you're feeling a lot of burden, welcome that. Love scoops and bring that in and This is a time for you to refresh and refill and also to connect. So I'd like you to bring in a love scoop and then offer that love out. And in fact, offer it out to somebody. Look around and notice somebody's face or somebody's icon that you don't recognize. And I'd like you to go ahead and take that love and whoosh out to them. And then love scooping and bringing it into you. I've started waking up in fear again. And my body tells me that's related to climate. So it doesn't have to do with just you. You're at the effect of, you're noticing, you're resonating with what's going on in the world. So you can also love scoop, make sure you give it to you first, but then offer that out to wherever in the world you want love to be going right now. There are lots of choices, lots of opportunities, and be sure that you come back to you so that you don't spend all of yourself in loving the world and forget you. So a lot of us, I bet you're much better, just make this move and then make this move and see which is easier. See which is more natural. Like, oh, of course, for you, all for you. What do you need? Oh, right. And then is there's any leftover, some for me. So I'd like you to change that order and let yourself be the center of loving you. So that's where you come home to. You let your last love scoop come home to you. So be as generous as you are and make sure you include you. So welcoming is one of my favorite verbs. And there's no reason we can't welcome and include despite things not being perfect. Because if we're waiting for things to be perfect, good luck. So the love scoops, I find that when I do a love scoop, my body will tell me, oh, more here. Like my knees were just saying, hey, how about me? So when you're scooping, let your body tell you what kind of contact you would like. So you could have rippling, you could have holding, you could have showering, you could have Tarzaning. So what kind of attention would you like? And then again, the middle of my body in my back is going, hey, how about me? I hold you up, I back you up, I give you courage. How about some love for me? So I can feel that my, like the middle of my back wants sort of nuzzles, you know, like the kinds I would give my cat. So notice the kind of verb that your body wants. My middle of my body, I just kind of went into a, oh, it was so delicious. My body kind of went into a, oh. So you can also include sound. So since you're muted, if there's a welcoming sound or if there's a sound from your body, I was just feeling today that I wanted to put an emphasis on love scoops because I've noticed that there's so much coming at us right now that I had over the weekend, I had a kind of, I went a little woozy and I got a little faint and I was able to recognize that. But I'm guessing that most of the time the faint is just there under the surface. So the other thing I'm thinking of, and I'm going to stand up here, I'm in our dining room because Gay is in the where I usually am talking to London. So we have a dual Zoom platform today, which I'm very happy works. So when you're standing, what I was feeling also is that my body, I'm jumping now and maybe my computer will start bouncing, but I'd love to have you do a kind of sumo, which is just bouncing into your feet and letting that bounce reverberate up through you. What that does for me is open a much bigger breath. And then I can include love scoops. I can even do a kind of a sumo love scoop where I'm really letting my feet come out and reaching in and bringing all of that goodness. And then what I can feel is that my feet then want to bounce that into my body, through my body and down through my feet into the ground so that I feel here. I'm here. I'm here and I'm ready. Now, it doesn't mean I'm going to stay ready because I'm going to lose it. So the practice is of letting love scoops and then letting love scoops be integrated. And you're going to remember and forget and remember and forget. And that's part of the fun, is remembering again. And also, I want to encourage you to do your loop of awareness and your love scoops standing, sitting, lying down, moving around in the world. Those are all wonderful ways to create a three-dimensional, your own love bubble that you can move around with in the world. And I feel a welling up of love in me. And so I want to now take that into just a little bit of loop of awareness. For those of you who may be new to what we do, I call this loops and scoops because we do love scoops and loop of awareness. And the combination of those has been incredibly nourishing for me. And I want you to be able to take that into your day, no matter what else is going on. And one of the best ways to both nourish ourselves and refresh ourselves is with attention. So we think of attention as pay attention. It's mostly we have rules about it, but attention is a nutrient. Attention is food. And just as you eat and select the kinds of foods that feel best to you, I'd like you to experiment with the kinds of attention that you would like to give and receive. The loop of awareness is simply shifting your attention. We could call it shift of attention. When you practice that for a while, it begins to become a loop, and then it begins to become a circle that encompasses you and whoever you're including. But what we want to start with is, can you shift your attention from you to out here and then back to you, giving yourself welcoming attention rather than what's wrong attention. We're used to giving what's wrong now attention, and both with us and with others. So welcoming, like whatever's going on, welcome, welcome. And then letting your attention go out and welcoming, like I'm looking out my window into my front yard and I'm welcoming all of the succulents and the trees and the bushes that are alive and expressing their aliveness. So I'm welcoming aliveness. So letting your attention shift. And sometimes when you're first learning this, it can be helpful to use your hands. You can go giving attention out and letting it land, and then giving attention here. So I think of attention as awareness with focus. So when you're first waking up, you might feel like a little foggy and fuzzy until you haven't got the hose of your awareness open. But when the hose of your awareness is open, the way you aim it is your attention. And I find that endlessly fascinating, because if I can give attention to something, I can be present with it and I can connect. So I can give attention to me, and I can meet that from the inside and presence with myself. But I can also do that with others. And here's the cool thing. We think that when we're with others, that the flow just has to go out. Like, it's all about you, I'm giving to you. But loop of awareness allows you to be with others while giving to yourself. And I think that's really cool, that the more you give to you, the more you have available to give to someone else. And so play a little bit with some of the other qualities that you might like to include with your attention. Curiosity is one of my favorites. I was just looking at you, Alice, and remembering your recent post about curiosity and how valuable that is. I think curiosity is really the opening attitude. If you're curious, all of the other doors open. So let yourself generate some curiosity. One of the ways I like to do that is with a because that shifts me into wonder brain. And then with where do I want to give attention to me? And then with where do I want to give attention out there? And just simply shift a couple of times from to And if that depletes you, more love scoops. You can combine love scoops with loop of awareness, and it gives you an infinite number of possibilities of how you dance with your attention. So what I want to invite you to do this week is to welcome, get curious, and combine your love scoops, especially with sumo, so that you can, lots going on, and I'm here and I can respond. Great. And thank you so much for being here and playing with loops and scoops today. And I'm going to go ahead and exit, and you're most welcome to stay and talk with each other, do more loops and scoops with each other. And so until next time, thank you so much. Bye for now.